Picture this. It's early morning and most of us are still asleep, wrapped in warmth. But for Mr. Hung, a 71-year-old man in a quiet Vietnamese village, the day was already beginning. He was out in his garden, bending down to tend to his plants, his hands steady and sure, his back bent just a little more with each passing year. His family thought he was the picture of health, up at dawn, always moving, always busy. But what they didn't know was that beneath that hardworking exterior, 3 deadly morning habits were slowly, quietly stealing his life. Today we're going to honor Mr. Hung by uncovering the hidden dangers that threaten the health of every senior out there and how you can avoid them. These are the habits that, if left unchecked, can shorten your life and your quality of life. But don't worry, we're also going to give you the exact solutions that could add years to your life. But first, let me ask you this. Have you ever lost someone you loved far too soon? If you have, then you know how it feels to look back and wish you could have done something differently. If that's you, I want to ask you a favor. Hit that like button. I promise you, every thumbs up helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell. What we're about to share could add years to your life or your loved one's life. Chapter 1, the empty stomach trap. Let's kick things off with one of the most dangerous habits that many seniors fall into, often without even realizing it: strenuous activity on an empty stomach. It might sound simple enough, just get up, get moving, but it's a deadly mistake. You see, when we sleep, our bodies enter a state called catabolism, where it starts breaking down muscle tissue for energy. By the time morning rolls around, our blood sugar is at its lowest point, barely above 0. Now here's the thing most doctors don't explain very well. If you wake up and immediately try to jump into physical activity without eating anything, you're setting your body up for failure. Imagine this. Mr. Hung wakes up at 5:30 a.m., skips breakfast, and immediately heads outside to haul watering cans and bend to pull weeds. Sounds like a normal morning, right? But to his body, it's like running a marathon without any fuel after fasting for 12 hours. When you do this, 2 things happen at once. First, morning cortisol naturally spikes, which increases your blood pressure. And second, without any food to fuel your muscles or brain, your body is working on empty, literally running on fumes. Mr. Hung had no idea that by pushing his body this way, he was increasing his risk of a heart attack by over 300%. Cardiologists call this myocardial infarction, or just a heart attack. It's one of the silent killers that we don't even realize is there until it's too late. Here's the simple solution, and I want you to try this tomorrow morning. Before you even put on your slippers, drink 1 glass of room temperature water with a slice of lemon. Then eat just 100 calories, a banana, a handful of nuts, or my personal favorite, a spoonful of honey. Wait 20 minutes. This simple, quick routine gives your body the fuel it needs to start the day safely. I challenge you, comment 1 if you're going to try this tomorrow. I read every comment, and if you find this tip helpful, share it with someone you love who's over 60. Chapter 2, the silent killer in your bed. Next up, let's talk about a mistake that sends over 200,000 seniors to emergency rooms every year: jumping out of bed like you're still 20 years old. I want to show you exactly why this is so dangerous. When you're lying down, your body's blood naturally pools in your core. Your blood pressure drops by about 20 points. And when you suddenly stand up, gravity pulls all that blood downward before your heart has time to adjust. Doctors call this postural hypotension, but most of us just call it that dizzy spell I get sometimes. Now imagine Mr. Hung. He was the type of guy who would bolt upright the moment his eyes opened. One terrible morning, he stood up too quickly, blacked out, and fell hard against his nightstand. He broke 2 ribs in the process, and during his recovery, he developed pneumonia. Here's the life-saving 90-second routine I want you to follow every morning. Wake up and say aloud, "I choose to move slowly." This simple phrase sets a mental intention. Wiggle your toes and fingers for 30 seconds to get your body moving. Then roll to your side, push yourself to a seated position, and sit with your feet dangling off the edge of the bed for 30 seconds. Finally, stand up while holding onto the bed frame for support. Teach this to your spouse or parents today. This routine could prevent the fall that changes everything. And if you're taking notes, comment 2, and I'll send you a printable checklist of these steps. Chapter 3, the bathroom danger zone. Now we need to talk about a sensitive but critical issue. Why your morning bathroom routine could be putting your health in serious danger. You might not realize this, but straining during bowel movements can actually increase intracranial pressure more than weightlifting. When Mr. Hung would strain, his blood pressure spiked to 180 and 110 in mere seconds. Over time, this put incredible strain on his blood vessels, weakening their walls. And one fateful morning, a tiny aneurysm burst in his brain, ending his life. Here's what gastroenterologists wish more people knew. Use a squatting stool to raise your knees above your hips when using the bathroom. This simple trick opens up your colon and makes it much easier to pass stool. Also, breathe out through pursed lips. This prevents you from holding your breath and straining too much. And never sit for more than 3 minutes. My own grandmother swears by this technique. She calls it the poo dance. But it saved her from hemorrhoid surgery at 82. Johns Hopkins research shows that using a squatting stool reduces straining by 70%. So why not try it? Before we go further, if you're learning some life-saving tips, hit that like button right now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do so now. What's coming up next is crucial for your health. Chapter 4, Building a Legacy. Here's a truth my own father learned too late. Health isn't just about you. When one person gets sick, the whole family suffers. It's the children who miss work to go to doctor visits, the grandkids who lose time with you, and the family savings that drain away in hospital bills. But here's the beautiful thing about taking care of your health. You're not just investing in your own future. You're giving your family something priceless. More time, more memories, more of your wisdom. Mr. Hung's grandson told me his biggest regret was not recording his grandfather's gardening tips. He wished he could have learned more from him. So today I'm giving you a simple homework assignment. Film a 5-minute video sharing one life skill, anything you wish your kids or grandkids would remember. Also, take your medications at the same time every day and schedule that checkup you've been putting off. Because here's the truth, what matters more than money in the bank is being there for those first days of school, weddings, or lazy Sunday afternoons. That's the legacy worth building. If there's just one thing I want you to take away from today's video, it's this. Small daily choices lead to monumental consequences. Mr. Hung's family would give anything for him to have known these simple fixes. Now do 3 things for me right now. Comment which tip hit you the hardest. Share this video with someone over 60 in your life. Subscribe for more life-extending tips and advice. Your future self and your family will thank you. Until next time, choose health, choose life. I'll see you in the comments.